Hi, thanks for tuning in to this PowerToFly segment. Today, I'm going to share with you the ins and outs of being on a learning and development team at Riot Games. Hello, everyone. I'm Roberson, Director of Learning and Development at Riot Games. So Riot Games is one of these companies that is really complex in how we operate. Even though games is in our name and is definitely at the center of what we do, we're not just a gaming company. We're entertainment. We have enterprise functions. We have publishing functions. Oftentimes, our team in Central L&D has to work in collaboration across all of those verticals, all of those pillars. And so what we have to do is be really good at identifying our stakeholders, understanding their needs and how they overlap with the broader business, and bringing all those people together in the most efficient and effective ways to drive towards a collective impact. Particularly our team is really interesting in this way because I don't know that there's anyone on our learning and development team that studied a structural design or studied learning as a college path to get here. L&D itself is kind of a non-traditional path. There are skills you can learn along the way and put into practice to eventually land in a place just like I did at Riot doing learning and development. I'm the kind of manager that likes to be relatable while also having a clear understanding of my role in supporting my direct reports. Oftentimes that means I play the role of a coach. Sometimes I'm there to question and push to get them to a state of excellence that I know that they can achieve. I try to find dynamic ways to apply those skills that are going to make them feel both fulfilled, supported, and encourage them to continue to grow and develop in their craft. Strong relationships really come from investing in people, both from the work that they do and from the things that they're interested in, trying to really understand who they are as a person. And so I encourage all of our team members to do that with each other. Some of the ways we actively do that is by finding time to just socially connect, even in this virtual environment, trying to find times to play games, whether that's the games that we put out like Valorant or TFT or League of Legends, or just hopping into something fun on Zoom. I really found that the more that we tap into each other socially and connect socially, we tend to extend that into how we care for each other in our work environments and when things get rough and hard to talk about. I think diversity is incredibly important to understand the world around us. In particular, we work in an environment where we get to create fantasy and lore around the world that we want to create. And so finding opportunities to make that reflective of our day-to-day experiences, or as much of our day-to-day experiences that our players have, is critical for us to do as a team. And the only way to really do that is to have a deep understanding of those stories by hearing them from diverse perspectives. Diversity not only makes Riot better in how we communicate and present our products to the world, but it also makes us better in connecting with each other, understanding difference, and thriving in a world that is going to continue to look more and more diverse. Any candidate who is willing to be their whole self and bring the best of themselves to the table at all times is going to thrive on our team. We like to push each other and challenge each other, debate and discuss, knowing that in the end, we all want to have a similar impact and drive towards an excellent outcome. Balance what we need as a team, but also accomplish an excellent outcome for our clients and the folks that we work with. Someone has to be willing to come in and speak their truth, to come in and be able to contribute. We trust that you have something incredibly valuable to offer, and we need you to contribute that whenever you have the opportunity. Thank you for joining this PowerToFly segment. I hope that you got something out of what I said. If I could leave you with anything, I would say be willing to take a risk. Look for that opportunity. No matter what you're doing now, your current role doesn't have to be what you do forever. Take that jump, take the leap, because you can't fly until you take off.